real busy in the motel. Hear the people. We're going to the restaurant. I have a meeting, and I'm taking you with me. It's a very important meeting for the very important people in a very important place with a very important audience. And we're just waiting just for a minute because you don't want to show up too early. You don't want to show up too late to such a meeting, so we're just chilling here, right in the lobby. Going to the restaurant for a very important meeting. With a very important person. We're going to meet the boss. You can already hear all the people in the background gathering. Hi, Winter. I don't know what time I'm coming on. I can take the intro slow. I wasn't trying to compete. We need organization. I need a schedule. But I'm getting started. How are you? I am getting started. Today a little earlier because... Oh yeah, for sure, thank you. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Oh, you're right, yeah. We'll just listen to the background noise. It's busy in the no-tell. I hope that's better. I'm getting started a little earlier because I have the energy now. And it's debatable if it will be here later. Good stuff. A little bit different, just visiting the restaurant today. Have a very important meeting with very important people. Thought I'd bring them to the restaurant. Why not? It's a classy no-tell. Why not? Let's check out the no-tell. Ah, the no-tell. For some reason, it's bustling on the outside too. It's still raining. This is like the 12th day in a row. And that ain't no joke. It rains on and off, but have I seen the sun? For, almost 2 weeks? No. No, I have not. And has the no-tell seen sun? Nope. Not in at least 12 days. Before that, so warm. Maybe months and months of sunshine, maybe a cloudy day here or there. But no rain. And now 12 days. It does. Someone needs to remind it. Hey, it's been 12 days. Real nice and all. Here comes fall. But, you know, why? Why do you have to slam into us, autumn? Why? Okay, this is gonna be quite the stream for me. Little bit different headspace. I'm trying a little bit different things here, so let us all hope this happens, and it could turn into a disaster stream for sure. Yeah, so I don't even know where to begin, except I suppose we just go. We go to the restaurant. Of course, we need to check in, of course. So why not? We'll check in. They need an updated promotional video. I mean, no, it would be the same. It would be the same. You'd be like, hey, oh yeah, there's the office. I'm just gonna get a key. Yeah, okay, I wonder if anyone's here. Hey. Oh yeah, this schmuck just always around. There they are. Somebody figure out a key. We're going to the office. I don't know why I need a key, but it's somewhat of a private meeting. Oh, the sexism tag, because it's coming. It will all be explained. Yeah, so, okay, just off the lobby are the stairs, and, I guess I'm nowhere to be seen. That's fine. I don't need to be seen. It's only Nova Ghost holding down the fort, and let's go on into the restaurant. It's upstairs. Hold on there. we're gonna start over. There's a preview of the restaurant. Everything works until you try to do it. Hold on, let's start from the beginning. I swear, I want to start from the beginning. Come on. This has absolutely never happened. That's just foreshadowing. There we go. So we go up the stairs. We go from the lobby. It happens every time. Who am I kidding? We're going up the stairs, going down the hallway. Off of this hallway, we've gone to the art room before. We've gone to the all hands meeting, but I figured I didn't need to rent out the all hands conference room for this. We're just meeting the boss. So just off of, this is where we had the all hands meeting. And just off of here is the restaurant. So let's go have a meeting with the boss. It's a very important meeting. Oh yeah, we already went up those stairs, right? So, our dreams have come true. Here we are. So, can hear some people in the background. Yeah, so there they are. I don't know who the person in the front is, but the person in the back is the boss. And I just started as his underling. He hired me. And these stories are all based in real life, all true. Some are blended together, and not much exaggeration either. Trying something different. There's also a new channel redemption, the points, channel points, called Tell Us, which I'm sure doesn't work at this point, but when it does, if it does a thing. So that's cool. And so I think I'm going to start with a disclaimer. Let's do a slow intro disclaimer. Okay, so... Oh. Ghosty. I've been in pictures like this before. Forget the ties, but the only lady? I've heard very similar statements to this, because it's so funny, right? Just a common situation. Everyone's dressed a lot nicer than is true. That's cropped weird. Hilarious. Heard it. Because it's just so funny. Anything you say back? The old wink and nod to the one other woman. I mean, that's what it feels like. And I mean, there is humor in some of it, for sure. What it feels like, what it is. All the double entendres, intentional and accidental. So this disclaimer, okay? This disclaimer is coming from a place of personal experience only, saying I'm remaining as truthful as I can to my experience. Presenting as a pretty obvious female, performing in some non-traditional roles, I suppose. Often finding myself in school and several career paths, jobs, as the only woman in the room, in the conference room, in the job, in the group, in the project, in the lecture. So this is coming from a slightly different experience, maybe, than other people might have, but this is my experience. I'm no impersonator, I'm no actor. We're going for it. Because these one-liners, these short conversations have stayed with me for years because they are funny. And why not? Let's put them all together. Because this is something on its own. If you put them all together, say, in a lifetime of experience, what might you notice? So I suppose we should actually show up to this meeting here, because you don't want to be too early, don't want to be too late. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's just greet them, I guess. Let's make ourselves known. Oh, hey. Hey, boss. Hey, good to see you. I'm really happy that we showed up together in this restaurant. I mean, how are you today? I'll have a seat. I'll have a seat then. Let me just have a seat. Oh, here I am. Yeah, having a seat. Hi, boss. And chair boy. Yeah, I hope you're both doing good here.
Oh, yeah. doing really good. I'm glad that you're meeting with us today. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that maybe... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's Callie! Hello, Callie. Hi, Callie. Really good to see you, Callie. We're all doing really good over here. Having a meeting with the boss and Church Hair Boy. Boss and Church Hair Boy, that's us.
I can use my own voice and everything. So, hey, thanks for the raid, Callie. Ekthras. Hi there. Hello. Chilling in the No-Tell restaurant. I thought I'd bring him here because this is a very important meeting with very important boss, very important underling named Church Hair Boy is all we know so far. So based in my own experiences here, a recreation of and accumulation, just consolidation of many different experiences, as truthful as I can hold to, of say maybe I'm sitting in a very important meeting with a number of important dudes, and look at my eyes, they're both ghosts. So don't worry. Also, new channel point redemption called Tell Us. It's you have to type a message is the only requirement. So hopefully that works. So try that out if you want to. So join us in this very important meeting here. Let's get back to this very important meeting. Let's see. Hey, so anyway, really good to be here, Balchin boss and Balchin boss and hey, Church Hair Boy. Yeah, how's it going there? Yeah. Hey, yeah, so guys, I just wanted to mention, hey, yeah, thanks for inviting me down here. The No-Tell is a real important part of my life, right? So I brought you into the restaurant. So yeah, if you don't mind, how are you two doing today?
Yeah. I'd just like to say, Nova, she really is a great addition, and I'm happy that I'm a part of the team, and, well, we all know Nova, right? Well, you've got the girls. Right? Yeah. Well, I kind of.
Really? I'm muted? Was I muted? Now are we good? Damn, have you not heard half of this? Damn. Is that the case? Kelly, can you hear me? Damn. Have you just seen this happening? Oh, damn. Well, I think we can move forward with this. We'll try. Is this my regular voice out of curiosity? Or do we have a modified voice? We're getting to disaster stream. Disaster stream. Because I hope I have a filter and this is a voice changer. Damn. Really? That's too bad. I'm hearing the greatest thing here. Why can't you? Ooh, let's check. Yeah. Oh. Here is the thing.
Okay. Testing. Can you hear the boss in the boss's voice? Damn. You couldn't hear the boss in the boss's voice. Damn. Yes. This is Bald Chin Boss and Church Hair Boy. You know all about Church Hair Boy. Oh, good. Yes. The deep voice. Okay. I got a question. Can you hear Can you hear the boss? Can you hear the boss? Can you hear the boss? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Alright, and for goodness.
Can you hear Church Hair? Church Hair. Church Hair boy? Church Hair boy. I am... Excuse me. Test dial indicator. Oh, very good. We have done it. To get back to what the boss was saying, you know, that's a lot of what I was thinking. Yeah. I really bring a lot to the table. And what I would like to say is, my wife, you know, she does a lot of things, but on the other hand, she's pregnant. So, we were just,
No, we weren't. No, we weren't. So, I'd like to really move on. Thank you, Church Hair Boy. So Nova, I'm sure you've never experienced a big company like this. So let me explain some things. Let me explain some things. Someone like yourself could really make a great addition. I have some nieces and some granddaughters, and they sort of look like you. So I'm just wondering, what are you, you know? I mean, are you like a goth or a raver or... Yeah, I mean, everything's good here. We have some people, you know, they wear those parachute pants, but I notice...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so I picked up all of the star tools, and I'm really good at what I do. And I'm gonna say that what Nova did here was something, but I really don't think it's enough. So I did it all, and I sent you all an email summarizing what she did. I mean, I did. So I'd really like to move on to your thoughts, Baldchin.
Yes. Yes, Nova, I'd like to bring that up. I really think that the progress that is happening is maybe not quite on par. You're putting the cart before the horse, and we really want to see the fast type of progress that we represent. So in becoming a better member of this team, I just want you to really step it up.
Well, I did complete all of the tasks that you had. So I'm wondering, what else could we check on, Ball Chin Boss?
Well, I really think maybe you could just calm down. Maybe if you just calm down, we could have a conversation.
Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down.
So, are you ready to move on and just really step it up to the plate and bring a lot more detail and progress into your wheelhouse? Yeah, oh.
Yeah, wheelhouse. I have lots of those and lots of carts, and I believe that the team is the team and I'm in it. So, doing the thing. And you can look at calming down.
Yes. I don't know where the boss went. He probably went to take a piss or, a pee-pee or whatever you ladies say. He went to... He'll be back. Yeah, so now that we're alone, I wanted to ask you, I'm new too. How are you handling it here? How are you handling it? Yeah, because I had a time at first, but now I deal with lots of things.
Yeah, so I ate a lot of barbecue chicken earlier. Pretty lady. I'm bringing to the team. I step it up to the. This is not a challenge to me based on the gigantic corporations that I do things with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I worked for my own self and my dad for probably like 20 years, and this is my first job. So that's what I was thinking too. I'm familiar with basically everything. So just come to me because I have a direct line to the boss, and you don't. I lost my body. So, yeah, what Boss was saying was someone like yourself is, I was thinking what he was thinking. Yeah. Someone like yourself is, It's too hard. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. I am a yes man. And I yes all the time. And you should yes too. And that is yes for me and you. So I was saying that my nieces and my granddaughters, yeah, they're going through well, they call it the change, or anyway, what do you got in that cup over there? It's pink, right? Is that Pepto-Bismol? Did you have a late night?
It's, I just ordered it. You were in front of me, but it's watermelon juice. Because I'm healthy without a ball. I do have a ball.
You do have a ball chin, like me. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that. But the truth is the truth, right? And you're okay with the truth. You're one of the cool ones, right? Yeah, you have a ball chin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You have a ball chin, and I certainly don't. I have a very strong beard, just like everyone else, and I'm certainly not balding, so don't tell me that, because that's not funny, and I don't have a sense of humor at all. Good point, Winter. I hope that we should all have as strong of ball chins as Ball Chin Boss. But the point is, we're all waiting. We're all waiting on that. We haven't gotten to that level of power, and I clearly, I just started. Yeah. I just started.
So, I have to take a break for barbecue chicken all over my face. And, I want to show you a video. And we'll return with both a disclaimer that this is based in generally the truthfulness mashed together of phrases said to me in real life. I have many more for you, so seems like a natural breaking time in this very important meeting. So let me show you a very important video. And it's like 5 minutes long. And we might just chill in the restaurant for a little bit afterwards. So calm down, just calm down. For another 5 minutes or so. It's about a 10-minute break, but it's 5 minute. 5-minute video. Enjoy. Maybe.
You know, sometimes I feel sorry for people who have to run an office setup, especially if it employs a number of girls. So darn many things can develop out of nothing. I've always thought it was good common sense to ignore petty situations. But then again, you never know. George Barnes, or G. Bennett Barnes, as he signs his name, had the same idea. George runs the office end of the service department. This involves considerable correspondence, special records, and complicated systems of filing. 8 or 9 girls work for George, and Betty here is what you might call the leader of the group. I guess just about every office has someone like Betty. A little short on personality, maybe, but darned efficient. Fact is, she's been here almost as long as George. Many of the procedures and filing systems were set up by Betty in the first place. Well, to get along with my story, George hired a new girl.
Joan, it's good to have you with us. We hope you'll like it here.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. I'm sure I will.
It's not very often we have the opportunity to hire someone with your extensive background. I'm sure your college training and particularly your past working experience in the service field will be a big help to us.
Well, I certainly hope so.
You'll find we're a friendly group. Look around, get acquainted, see how we do things. Then who knows? With a fresh viewpoint, maybe you'll come up with some new ideas.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Barnes.
Come in. Oh, Betty, this is Joan Thomas. She's replacing Sylvia. Joan, this is Betty McCormick.
How do you do, Joan? I'm glad to know you. Hello, Betty.
Betty, will you take Joan and show her around the office and introduce her to everyone, please?
I'll be happy to.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes.
Joan. Well, Joan proved to be an intelligent girl, quick to grasp things, full of sound ideas. A couple of weeks later...
Oh, Betty, do you have a minute?
What is it, Joan?
Well, I'm having an awful time checking anything in these guarantee files. It's all alphabetical, and there are millions of them. Takes forever to find any particular one.
Well, we haven't been having any trouble.
Well, the way they did it at Amalco, Betty, saved a lot of time. There, we broke the guarantees down by cities, and then alphabetically. That way, when you wanted to check one, you could do it in a jiffy. Seems we could save a lot of time if we do it that way here.
But we've been getting by all right so far. I don't see much percentage in changing now.
Well, Mr. Barnes said... Well, I just thought it would save time for everyone. Especially me.
Well, I'm sorry we don't do things more to your way of thinking. Perhaps Amalco was better organized.
No, I didn't mean it that way, Betty. I just thought it would be easier for everyone if we would do it the other way.
That's how the situation first developed. A little friction between a competent old employee and an intelligent, experienced new one. Well, it wasn't long until...
Come in. Oh, good morning, Betty. How are things going?
Mr. Barnes, I've never had any trouble in the office as long as I've been here. I think you'll agree I've always gotten along with the other girls.
Certainly. What's the matter, Betty?
It's that new girl, Joan Thomas. Just because she's been to college and worked service in a couple of other places, she tries to lord it over everyone. Everything we do is inefficient. Now, she says, our guarantee filing system is no good. And I developed that system, Mr. Barnes, over 8 years ago, and it's worked. Now, all of a sudden, it's no good.
Well, this is probably my fault. I did say something to Joan about new ideas. Let her make suggestions. I'm sure it's nothing personal as far as you're concerned.
Even the other girls, even they're getting critical. And I spent years getting those files to where they are now.
Betty, you've done a good job. We all think a lot of you. We appreciate what you've done. I count on you to keep things rolling out there. I'll tell you what, I'll talk to her and... Now, don't worry. I'll talk to her. Barnes speaking.
George Barnes is an efficient, conscientious man. But he's also a busy man. He didn't talk to Joan that day, or the next day, or the next. As a matter of fact, George Barnes thought the whole thing would blow over, that he could avoid making a mountain out of a molehill, stopping a chain reaction of disharmony in his department by just letting it alone. And he could be right. But one day, a couple of weeks later...
Joan, do you have the Alpine Service Company's monthly and warranty report file on your desk? I can't find it anywhere.
Alpine? No, I don't, Betty. It must be in the files.
I've been looking in the file for half an hour and I can't find it. It's one of your files. Are you sure you're up to date?
Yes? Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. The girls and I were talking the other day, and we figured out it would save time if the in-warranty reports were separated because, well, they have to be filed with products anyway. Here, let me show you.
All I need to know is, who do you think you are? I fixed those files in the first place, and let me tell you, Mr. Barnes is going to hear about this. But, Mr. Barnes, she's changed the whole file around. I spent an hour looking for just one report. She's tearing down everything I spent years to build up. What did she say when you talked to her?
Well,
You did talk to her, didn't you?
No, frankly, I forgot to do it. It slipped my mind. I thought of it later, and then I thought, well, it'll probably take care of itself.
But I told you she was becoming impossible. Mr. Barnes, I thought you appreciated all I've done here.
I do, Betty. I just didn't expect such resistance to new ideas.
Such resistance to new ideas, Betty. Why? Why? So I would like to return with a disclaimer. I would like to say this absurdity is based in my true life. Real phrases said to me. In a business context, business meetings, business associates. Let's begin with so this is decades of accumulated absurdity of being one of maybe two girls in a group, or a project, or a lecture, or maybe one, usually one. Is very, very true, Winter. Resistance to change, I think, is natural. And I think a lot of these are unintentional statements or unintentional situations. A lot of them based just in awkward discomfort from an unbalanced population representation, and with more representation it wouldn't be so strange or uncomfortable. We could bring a lot more diversity of background to the table. But resistance to change is based in the present. It's based in how things have always been, largely based in history. And for the most part, from IT to engineering, to machining. These are largely male-based occupations based in history, and that resistance to change is natural on both ends. There's a lot to pull apart, piecemeal, if you really want to get down to it, but the situation is surprising, has been surprising to me over and over again, because for the most part, it just puts not just me in an awkward situation, but it puts everyone in an unexpected situation with unexpected roles. And it's accepted for the most part, but it is absolutely a dynamic. And I will tell you, it has changed some over the last 20 years. And the change that I've seen is that I have aged. So now I'm actually a little bit, just tiny bit more on the age end. Accepted. Because youth is not, well, has similar experiences, I believe. I believe many groups do. But this is my disclaimer that this is my stupid experiences based in the absurdity of my time in the workforce. So I wanted to show you I've mentioned maybe a time or two the Bechdel test. The Bechdel test, I believe is how you say it. Oh no, Winter, I understand. Oh no. All of this really can be flipped on its head from many different viewpoints. Has a lot of different discussion points here, but we're what are we doing? Oh, I know, the Bechdel test. Check it out, maybe. My left hand slower than my right hand. Hands. My hands can't do it. Here we go. Yeah, the Bechdel test. Let me bring that up.
Shit, I can't stop doing the thing. What is it? God, I heard you doing the hand thing.
I am. I'm doing the left hand thing right now. Bechdel test is a measure of the misrepresentation of women in film and by extrapolation in fiction in general. The test asks whether a film features at least two women talking to each other about something other than a man. The measure sometimes is enhanced by adding that the two female characters be named in the film. Passing or failing the test is not necessarily indicative of how well women are represented in any specific work. Rather, the test is used as an indicator for the active presence of women in the entire film and other fiction. And to call attention to gender equality in fiction, media industries indicate that films that pass the test perform better financially than those that do not. So there's a couple different points to that. The movie has to have at least two women in it who talk to each other about something other than a man. That's the test. That's all it needs to pass. Do we have a percentage? Because it's ridiculous. Well, here's a nice graph. 2 out of the top 3 speaking roles are female. That's at under 20%. Speaking roles for females are at 30% in films. For characters, female characters in general, all the way through 2006 for some reason on that one, is 4%, 3%. Which is a little bit ridiculous, considering these are just films. So, in 2014, in 120 films made, only 31% of the named characters were female. Much less the criteria. Much less this criteria. Where's our criteria? The movie has to have at least 2 women. We're talking about just one female character. We're at 30-something%. 2 women who talk to each other. Same scene. About something other than a man. And this is a joke, like all of this, right? Absolutely. We should make a film together. I'm down. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. So, jokes. Hilarious jokes based in reality. Hilarious. What was the other one? Okay, so Twitch commercial. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm not playing it. That's ridiculous. The general script. There's a girl. There's a guy, presumably their girlfriend, boyfriend. He orders a pizza. He puts it down. She sits. She's gaming, and she's gaming away. Bam, pro-women gamers. Oh yeah, and she's picking off one pepperoni of his pizza at a time, and she's eating it. And he comes back in the room, and he's like, what? What the hell? And she says, I thought you wanted cheese pizza. And I just wondered why it had to be her boyfriend's pizza. And I just wondered why she couldn't eat like the whole thing and she was just picking at it. Why isn't it an exception? Like, it's pro, she's gaming, she's eating, but it's her boyfriend's pizza and she's just picking at it. I thought you wanted cheese pizza. And why does she, why? Commercials, watch commercials have been used for a long time. As an example, watch cleaning commercials or any house product commercial. Is there a guy in it, first of all? Mr. Clean is an exception, I understand. And if there is a guy in the first place, is he in a scene alone, or is there a woman always with him? The other Twitch commercial that I've seen has to cosplay, presumably a couple, a younger couple. There's a woman, there's a man. And they're dressed up. And the woman's running towards a car. And she's like, oh, and like she's gonna buy this car, right? But why is her boyfriend there, or why is that guy there in the first place? I just wonder. Like, if it's all about, yay, woman's buying a car first or whatever, and like she's the one that's interested, and she's like, yeah, and yeah, well, why is the guy there? Is he, why? Anyway, so that's that. Let's get back to the meeting. We took a lunch break here from the meeting. It was a long pee break because, yeah, ladies pee, you know, they go to the bathroom for so long. So I guess we can finally go back to the table and, yeah, see what's going on with these ball chin boss and tour chair boy. Hey guys, yeah, sorry that took me a little while, I understand, you know how it is, har har har. Calm down, just calm down, just calm.
Calm down, just calm down, calm down.
Yeah, so getting back to where we were, right? Yeah. It's a very important business meeting. We're having a very important business meeting. Welcome. I mean, hello. I see that you finished all 3 of your drinks and you're on your 4th drink. Congratulations, and you have a Long Island iced tea, it looks like, Church Hair Boy, so...
Yeah, I've been nursing this for approximately the 2 hours that you were gone. So I've been waiting to take this sip out of this tiny straw until you came back so you could see that I'm pretty cool from drinking this heavily liquored drink. Like a man's drink, right? That's a man's drink.
Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down.
Oh my. Yeah, so I was just gonna go on about some star tools and how I was really holding down the fort while you were gone. And that seems to be a pattern in what's happening here. So I noticed that you have some piercings, and I just wanted to ask you, there's probably some safety issues that we wanted to bring up. You know, maybe they get caught on something and your hair is long, and really, I think that, don't you think so, Balchin?
Yeah. I meant to bring that up. Thank you, Church Hair Boy. I know this guy. He didn't have a single tattoo, and then he got a neck tattoo. And he really... Well, I don't know why you would do that. That's... He threw his life away. Yeah. So, moving on. So, we were talking about how we were changing some of the things about just your job, only your job. So, I'd like to know some of your thoughts.
Yeah. Like I've told you maybe 52 times before, it's a really loud environment. I'm right by the door where all of the traffic is, so I'm wondering if I could just move my desk. I also have the smallest... I need room for a computer because I use a computer, so if we could... I'm directly under 3 spotlights, and the air conditioner in the winter, lots of people, lots of...
Yeah. So, Nova, I hear you. I'd like to tell you none of that's going to be possible, but we can absolutely look at doing something like that never. So, what you're telling me is you want to be in a dark and quiet room by yourself. Yeah, that's never possible. We like to blast sound into your ears at approximately 100 decibels. As if OSHA comes around, we turn it down a little bit. But on the regular, no, we like to blast it in your ears. So, throwing 46 people in your direction at any time during your workday, we expect you to just say hello to them all and interrupt what you're doing and probably do some more things, which we're going to discuss right now. Church Hair Boy?
Yeah, like, what I was saying. I'm just feeling a little nauseous, you know. I've had approximately 1/4 of this Long Island iced tea. I'm a cool guy, part of the guys club. Yeah. Yeah, and you with the balls and the girls, I mean. So, you're going to be responsible for some penetration testing. I mean some some of the testing that we perform on the regular, on Tuesdays.
Yes, you're familiar with that testing. The testing that, yeah, so, Church Hair Boy, I was gonna tell you something, but let's wait. I just wanna, we're gonna wrap it up here, and Church Hair Boy, why don't you stick around for a little bit? Because I have to tell you something that's hilarious when she's not here.
I just wanted to bring up a couple more issues here, if I can have the floor. Well, first of all, I don't know what happened, but when I came back, there's a seat heater. There's a heater in the seat, I suppose. Isn't that kind of funny? I mean, this is a cool restaurant to have a heated seat. That's nice on this really chilly day. Wow.
Yeah. Church Hair Boy. She's always had a hot little ass, right? Yeah, so, Church Hair Boy, go close out on my company card Oh, you could just have this company card. I know you just started, but go ahead and just take this. Say we're closing out from Bolton. They know who I am. Yeah, now that he's out of here, now that we're alone, I just wanted to say, not a lot of ladies have succeeded here. You know, women, they do good at details. That's why I hired you. Ladies, well, ladies of all types, you bring a lot to the team. I wondered, well, there's not a lot of ladies like yourself who do succeed. Do you want to go to lunch sometime? Do you? Would you? Would...
Bolton boss, it's good to know you, and Church Hair Boy, and thank you.
No, well, I mean, it's always up to you. You know, you should just give me a call. Yeah, my wife left me, and you're a good listener. I had this other thing before he comes back, you know. Well, I've been hearing some things about Church Hair Boy. I've been thinking maybe you've had this experience where maybe he touched you. Maybe. Because that other girl, he says some stuff. He says some stuff.
I really don't know what you're talking about, and I just met Church Hair Boy, so no, maybe you should no, but
No. 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 Listen. Listen, Nova. If you ever I know you have. He's my brother's in-law's son's cousin, and I've heard a lot of things, and he's costing the company just a little too much. And Nova, I can tell you, this is one of those situations. You know what I'm talking about? Nova, I'll pay you. I'll pay you. Just tell me what he did. There's really a lot in it for you. We know.
So, like I said, you could maybe ask her, but I haven't had those experiences, so maybe I'm gonna get back to work now. Is that all you needed?
This isn't the end. I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of stuff. Oh, about cars. I've heard a lot of stuff about cars. And they changed it so there's computers in cars, and I'm gonna punch someone, he said that.
Yeah, I was really relieving myself of nutrients. I was dropping the nutrients off at the pool. I mean, I'm sorry. I was shitting. Oh, you don't like that, do you? I don't want to curse in front of a lady. Oh, please. I'm so sorry. My daughter doesn't like it when I say nutrients. I could have been an engineer. I'm smart. I'm really good. I'm really good at what I do. Yeah, so for those of you that wouldn't know Nova, I just wanted to mention that the direction of this project is really making a lot of progress, except for what you've done, okay? So definitely do a lot of paperwork and email us a lot of stuff we'll never read, okay? No one else ever has to do that, so we really need you to. Just on top of what you usually do, please also do some tasks of mine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You should probably do all of the tasks. So I'm about 6 drinks in here, totally holding my composure. Yeah, so I wanted to roll through a couple of my notes, okay? Couple of my notes. So, you've brought up tonight some topics pertaining to improving your job. And I told you that will never happen. I would like to also tell you it's not that big of a deal. You should probably just ignore it. People are rude to me all the time, and you're gonna have to deal with this as a woman, okay? Probably most of the things you do make them, well, not want to work with you. So maybe try to be a team player, okay? There's a couple more items I... Did you have something to add? You look a little... your face... Yeah, that's it. Let me jump in here. So, you're not always... you're giving off the impression, maybe, I don't want to say your face, but, maybe you could take a look at what you wear, how you present yourself. Yeah, I have notes too, Balchin, boss. Yeah, so what you're mentioning to, guys do all that too. It doesn't matter. I'm sure there's just a few of them that are doing that as far as what,
I mean, that's my voice. There's just a few of them that are doing that, as far as what he was...
I didn't think you knew, Church Boy. I didn't think you knew about him. He was asking me, well, he was telling me about his granddaughters and his nieces.
Okay, this is quite the meeting. Okay, so yeah, I will say that one time he told me that his granddaughters were starting puberty, and so he was asking me advice about menstrual cups because they're reusable, and yeah, they were silicone. So he showed me a video of a woman who had butt implants. And you could flip them, so just flip them the other way because his granddaughters hit puberty and they need menstrual product advice.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about that. You should probably just...
Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down.
Yeah. So, back to my list, like I was saying, just don't think about this. I'm 11 drinks deep in now, so don't think about this stuff, after work. Nothing will change, so, I just don't think about it. And, just take a deep breath. That's what my wife says. Just take a deep breath and work on... A lot of ladies like you, they need to work on, my daughter does this. They need to work on being assertive. Maybe my daughter's your age. She needs to work on being, stepping in a little more and, really talking a lot and assertive. That's what she needs. She looks like you. She's a raver.
So, I guess I did wear Doc Martens to work that casual Friday, so yeah, I'm a raver. I rave a lot, so anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, right? That's where we're headed to wrapping up. I really think so. You guys really like this restaurant, right? So it's a real early day tomorrow, and this is an unpaid meeting. So at any point you thought it was gonna be a good time, maybe.
I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell her I was going to be here with you. I mean, the new employee. Or, Tits. I mean, you. So that picture that you're in, where you're the only one. We didn't take pictures of anyone else. We just took them of you. Yeah, we're gonna publish that on the website, I think, and the Facebook. And we're gonna use it that, like, you're a new employee because you represent women, and I really want you to know that. Yeah. So, we don't want to say that we're a little bit worried about you in terms of your performance. No. There's always jerks around, Just stand up to them. Fight the good fight. You're a brave girl. I've never really had anything like this happen before, like sitting across from a table from a lady that works for me.
Oh, that's why. Like I was saying, I have a lot to say, and I want to jump in here before you say anything at all, because I dominate the floor, because the more that I talk, the more important I am, and the more attention I get, and then I get a lot more money. Okay? So, maybe just use your coping. Your coping, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what my girlfriend says. She says use your coping skills. You ladies have those. So, next time, just learn to speak up, stand up for yourself. I'm sure other guys here have these problems. And if they don't, just talk a little louder. They don't hear you. I'm all for ladies and their girls and their rights. So just talk a little louder. The issue, mostly, the reason we don't have more girls, I'm telling you, I drank half this Long Island iced tea, and I'm telling you, the reason we don't have more ladies, and thank you for being here, by the way, is that they always drop out. One after another. They just don't want to show up. Why? There's a lot of reasons. They can't handle, or it's a lot, but don't drop out. I'm pro lady. I love women. I love them. I love women. I'm so loopy.
Okay, so like I said, I've been drinking sparkling water with bitters in it and fooled you all. So ha ha ha, I'm on your level, business level. I'm really glad to invite you guys here, and I hope we come back soon. So I'm really regretting letting you give me a ride. So let's just go back to the office, and somehow you can pay for this in this absurd waste of my time. So let's just reduce this suffering and head on back. You think so?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. I am sober enough at about 15 shots in to drive the company car back to our workplace and then drive my car, or probably the company car, back home. My wife's gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me. And she'll never know about this. She thinks I'm playing golf. So, thanks for joining the company and all of that, you know. Church Hair Boy is basically going to do... Well, he's going to be your supervisor probably tomorrow. So... that's cool. He's done a lot for us in the last 6 hours. And he's getting a raise, too. So, good job, Church Hair Boy. Keep it up. Guys communicate differently, so that's worth about 10 grand. I'm not sure what you meant by a lot of things, Nova, but I've really had a great time. And you're one of the guys here. Remember? You've got the girls. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Good job. It's a really good job. Good job to all of us. We've done a lot of good things today. Good job. That's what I was thinking. You guys. Oh, no, you. No, you. No, you. That's what I was. Yeah. Ping me. All right.
Oh, shit. Well, I just saw that. Thanks, Winter. She said, I'll tell you what she said. She said, I'll meet you back at the car then. I'll meet you back at the car, she said. It's great to know you, and what a great time it's been. But, Bald Tin Man, you saw her face.
I did. I saw her face. But that's neither here nor there. So, yep. It's nice to see a young lady in a girl's position. She'll never make it to where you're at, Church Hair Boy. You're doing stellar. You come in late tomorrow. Why not? You drink half a Long Island iced tea. So, come in late with me. I'll be in around 2 p.m. And Nova will hold down the fort at about 4 a.m. Okay? Sound good? Alright, so I'm going to stumble to the car and give us a ride home in the company car. So... yeah. Ha 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 ha. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. We have money. We're making money, big hot shot money. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. We like money. I like money. Yeah. I'm 32 drinks in. I'm gonna drive us back to the workplace.
Okay. Okay. That is how it is. That is how it was. That is how it has been. That is my summary. That is my absurdity. This is my disclaimer. We'll watch another video. I gotta repeat the disclaimer that this has been based, unfortunately, in my real life. These phrases have all been said to me, and more that are situational, that require more explanation and setup. But these are the good 1 and 7-liners in general situations of being the only lady in these situations, these teams, these projects, these workplaces. Always have had, well, okay, 2 times I've had a woman as a boss. Short-lived, both of those, unfortunately, or fortunately. Bosses, male or female, or in between, bosses. There is something about lecherous people making it to a leadership position. Those who desire power well, they seek it. And when you're seeking power, how How do you find it? How do you find that power? Usurping? Is it through collaboration? Is it through care? And listening and all of that good stuff? Fairness? I would hope so. I don't think it's that way over here in my experience. Over here in my world. Over here in the no-tell. We're living in the 1950s. Why? Couldn't tell you. Interests. Interests that are outside of role. Societal role. Freaks everybody out. Non-participation in roles freaks everybody the fuck out. And if you're scared, we'll turn that into anger and hate. That's part of my perception. I'll put this on for about 10 minutes. It's like a 30-minute freaking video, so we'll watch the rest some other time. But we'll start it here because I don't have a shorter video that's appropriate. So might as well. Let's skip a little, because wow.
The following presentation is designed for in-service professional development for teachers, counselors, and school administrators, and for anyone else concerned with education. Sexism, Stereotyping, and Hidden Values offers practical insights for recognizing and avoiding outmoded concepts and promoting a bias-free climate in the classroom.
That ain't no fiction is what that was.
The girls wanted to get into our shop program, so we started a program exclusively for the girls and called it a girls shop program. The girls did very well in it, and the thing was there was only one class, and we couldn't get all of the girls that wanted it. So what we decided to do was to start including them into our advanced program on a regular basis. This went over real well, and we decided to go ahead and open up all of our shop classes in the 7th grade. And we programmed all of the girls into our shop classes, and we programmed all of the boys into our homemaking classes.
They're done!
It's totally regardless of whether they're male or female. Each kid is programmed in according to their schedule, and the classes are completely mixed. We haven't done anything special at all, really, other than give them the opportunity. I think the desire has been there, and the girls like it. I mean, they like getting their hands dirty just like everybody else.
Administrators, teachers, parents have to be aware of the dimensions of change. We simply don't live in the same world where they grew up.
In this day and age, most young women are going to find that at some time in their lives they are going to have to be independent economically. Or perhaps they're going to find themselves in the position of wanting to help in the support of their own families along with their husband.
Something about this questions of sexual identity makes me and most of us as adults very uptight. And it's hard for us to let our children explore their identity, just the way they play with being all kinds of things.
One. There's no doubt about it. Many stereotyped notions formed in the past of what certain people, because of sex, race, age, or other criteria, could or couldn't do, are undergoing profound changes, and expanded freedom of choice for all is the keynote in today's society. I'm Dave Bell. And today we'll be looking at what some schools are doing to open up these opportunities for their students. Our particular focus is on sexism, or discrimination based on sex role stereotyping. But when you think about it, hidden values lurk everywhere, for all of us, often unconsciously limiting what we do and what we have our students do. The traditional practice of tracking, for example, channels certain students, often permanently, into narrow educational paths, and in the view of many, needs to be re-examined.
If we take notice of what is happening in the society, we cannot then track the children according to the past ideas. And yet, counselors tend to do this. They see the girls' identities in terms of marriage and family They see the boys' identities in terms of making a living for the family.
We've been running an enrichment program in the school for several years. When we first began to provide these mini classes for kids, they used to say cooking for 5th grade girls or repairing bicycle for intermediate grade boys. But what we were finding was some girls wanted to learn how to repair a bicycle, and they shouldn't be excluded from this. Or boys like to cook. Boys like to embroider. Boys like to do a lot of things that we tend to think they do not like to do. And if we can provide these opportunities as an acceptable, fun experience for them, we really have a responsibility to do this.
As a high school student, I was quite a good math student, and my math teacher at the time told me that I really shouldn't bother taking any more math. I probably would get married, and I should take something like drama.
I was a science major as an undergraduate, and everybody tried to distract me from that goal.
When I got to the university, I then discovered that I was limited because I did not have the necessary prerequisites to take some of the additional classes that I might have wanted to have taken. I probably would have ended up being a CPA.
That kind of tracking frequently goes along with poverty or with minority status. The skills are offered in the schools with the assumption that that person, that minority, that handicapped individual, or that woman will never be in the top echelons of power. Therefore, the secondary kind of skills are taught to those individuals, and vertical mobility does not really occur. If one wishes to go into science, one cannot be illiterate in mathematics. And essentially that's what happens to girls and women. They are illiterate in the language of science. The language of science is mathematics.
Okay, go ahead now.
Resource teacher Judy Goodnow believes that keeping career doors open for girls and boys takes conscious effort from the earliest possible age.
Science and math, for instance, is one area where girls are not encouraged enough at the elementary level. Girls pick that up very early to scream at frogs. I mean, that may sound funny, but it's really true. And I think that's a very subtle way that teachers stereotype kids. You really have to just intervene when you see those things and really discuss it. You can't let it go by. I think that's really, really important.
You find over and over again evidences of the internalization of these assumptions that cripple girls, cripple women in their concept of what they can do so that they don't try it, or when they try it with such self-consciousness that they fail.
In years past, we were sure to protect the girls from ever going into the metal shop, so consequently, they never had an opportunity to hold a hammer. They never had an opportunity to turn a screwdriver. They never had an opportunity to drill a hole or to use a buffing machine or to use a drill press. And if you've never used it, obviously, when you attempt to use it, you're going to be clumsy and awkward because you've not had the experience. By putting the young ladies in the shop classes, in addition to the skill that is taught, I think there is a learning ability and an appreciation and an understanding of the mechanical principles. I don't think you have to formalize it. The intuitive part of learning is always the part that comes first, and that's where it starts. I would suggest that perhaps with exposure to the metal shop, the wood shop, and the various experiences of that level, that this cerebral process will begin at the intuitive level, and as you proceed on through school, it maybe in 5 years we'll have more young ladies taking physics. And I would submit that we will see a lot more physicists, a lot more engineers, and a lot more doctors, a lot more dentists who traditionally have been male in the past, being female.
Okay, we're in the circle for a reason, and that is to think, try to build ideas, and my only promise to you is that there isn't a right answer in my mind.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there because it goes into a different section. And let's bring our music back. Yeah. Corporate good times. A lot of things to comment on, potentially. I will say, internalization, actually, let me say it this way. Let us discuss.
Oh, I thought I was gonna burp there. I got the strongest burps. So, internalization is one of those things. It's real. If society tells you fulfill a certain role from the time you're very young, why wouldn't you? The benefit of family is that you leave it. When you leave the idea of other families, other ways of operating, they become possible, they become real. It's like thinking high school is your whole life, and then you leave and you realize, oh hell no. Internalization is internalization of, say, societal values. And you can't escape society. So, how do you free yourself? How do you free yourself from societal values? You can escape. Go to a different culture. Go to a different country. But if you're not in it, then you are trapped. And internalization, as a term, becomes blame. It says, take the societal values that you have been raised and currently participate in, and just forget all that. Forget it. Means nothing. Go against society, go against their roles, work uphill. The women in the future will thank you. You're riding on the success of past women. All you gotta do is take a shop class. And I agree. Take a shop class. I wish I would have taken a shop class. But you know why I didn't? Because when I was put into advanced math in 5th grade, I was the only girl taught by a guy. Like, the only guy teacher in the elementary school. Teaches the most advanced math, and I am the only girl. 5th grade. I didn't choose that. How would I know? Is that against roles? Why am I the only girl in 5th grade for math? Why? And now I have to deal with those dynamics, and you ask little girls to go against the grain of society, to say, I will be the only one. I will abandon my friends at 10 years old, and I will sit in a class alone when that matters. And I will eat lunch alone because my schedule's totally different. And I won't make any friends because Guys at 10 years old are still like toddlers. And that will continue. That will continue for the rest of my years. Hey, just do the things. It's a good idea. Go against the grain. It's really brave. Do it. Do it. And then, whatever the consequences are, they don't exist. We live in 2022. Dogs. Dogs. Look at those dogs. 2022. Look at those dogs. We still eat hot dogs. When did a hot dog start? Like 20s? A product of manufacturing? A product of male manufacturing? Whoa! I'm not hating. I'm not liking. I'm just portraying real life experiences. Isolation through non-traditional role interests. You get an interest, it's quickly discouraged as well. Hey, girls don't fly planes. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Haha. I've never even seen a woman scientist. Oh. Where are they? That chick on Law and Order, or NCS, or NCIS, or something. Yeah, right. That one. That one. That one. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. That's all. That's all. That's all. I have so many other examples. But we would need a playhouse and full animation and like face tracking. We would need a full contextual setup here. And I think this has been a good summary. We can watch... Damn. There's like 20 more minutes of that other one. So, might save that. Doesn't make sense to watch 10 more minutes if we're just not going to complete it. Woo! Woo! Ha 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 ha. Oh, ha 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 ha. Delicious sandwiches and speaking of sandwiches, yep, bread necklace, toast necklace, very snazzy. Thank you. Thank you. It still smells like toast. Delicious. What does this one do?
Okay, so.
Okay.
A new high score!
What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean?
Oh, shoot.
Did I break it?
Alright.
Alright.
Open your eyes!
That's what I was looking for.
Open your eyes!
Eyes. Whoa. I could do this forever and a half, but I will spare you. So, oh, Let me show you a slideshow. Oh, here it is. Oh, nope. These are ghost burps. They're almost happening. Don't worry. I'll give you a big old close-up. Close up. Butt dumpling. Yeah, so did want to mention, tell us, because I'm thrilled. Thrilled.
Ghost is the host of the roast.
Thrilled. That ghost says whatever you want it to, within bounds. It says things. It comes down out of nowhere, and it says, ghost, or whatever. It reads your thoughts. That ghost represents you. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, Ballchin Boss. It's been a great time. I'm Ballchin Boss. Ballchin Boss, this is not the last time that you see Ballchin Boss. Oh no. Ballchin Boss and Church Hair Boy are absolutely coming back. Not anytime soon, but just a new character like the other ghosty, who I called Eerie. Eerie, the ghosty. Eerie. Eerie has a voice. It's the only ghost with a voice. I thought we could hang out in the office, but let's find out.
I mean, I'm in the office. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I can totally join you in the office. I can totally join you. Oh, we have so many things happening. Okay, in the office. There's a better close-up of my toast. Thank you very much. My eyes are sticking on my glasses. Oh yes. Oh yes. We'll see what happens to it, if it degrades or what the hell is going to happen. We'll see. It still smells like toast. I'm sure you could eat it. It's probably going to get some mold. We'll see. It'll be a pretty good time, I think. Yeah. No for ghosts. No for ghosts. No for ghosts. I've got a bunch of ghosts. Well, there's a ghost. Yeah, whatever. Ghost. All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining me at the No-Tell. Thank you. Thank you for meeting the boss, Ballchin Boss. Thank you for sitting through the torture and absurdity. Hello, Kushina. Should I just do it again? Are we gonna just do a repeat right now? Should we go for another 2 hours? Because Kushina's here. Hi! Kushina, I'll show you, because I'm just kind of messing around. I'm stalling. Alright, well, for Kushina, let's reset the scene.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Everything's happening. Everything's happening at once. That's what I wanted to show you. Ghosted. Flames here. Flames, are you guys, have you been lurking? Or are you just like, are you popping in right now? And then, so like, I gotta start over. We just do a replay. Good morning, Flame. It is 4 p.m. over here.
And I have a voice like that happening because, well, hey, we're going into, this is what we did. We walked up the stairs, we went into the hallway, down the hallway, and went into the restaurant. So check out this fucking restaurant. Look at this restaurant. Yeah, restaurant. There's people in the restaurant. Yeah, ambiance. Yeah, and, well, Balchin Boss is talking right now. I shouldn't be. Let's see, because it's a technical challenge, right? So I had, we'll do like a photo summary of what's happening here. We'll do like a video scene summary of what just happened. So we've got Balchin Boss over here and Church Hair Boy over there. Yeah, and Church Hair Boy, he's new to the company. I'm also somewhat new. He's newer. That's like his first day today. I just met him today. But Balchin Boss, he's been my boss. He hired me a little bit ago. So I invited them to the No-Tell restaurant. Why not? Why not? So we had a meeting like this. And let's see. I'll show you just some live remade instant replays here. So we have a
Balchin Boss. Balchin Boss. He ran most of the conversation. He really is an absurd example of most of what I've heard. Oh, Church Hair Boy is talking too. Be quiet, Church Hair. There we go. Yeah, so Balchin Boss. I am Balchin Boss. It's the No-Tell restaurant. Yeah, and you know, I'm trying to get promotions, whatever, but Balchin Boss, he's just commenting on balls and my girls. And this happened in real life too, this conversation about balls and girls. Everything is true to my real life. Unfortunately, these have been examples of everything that I've heard. So, where's my close guys? Bye-bye, Balchin. There we go. Hey, I'm Balchin Boss. I've got a toast around my neck. And I'd like to say very important meeting things. That happened a lot. Yeah. Pretty much all of my bosses have looked like this.
Here's Church Hair Boy. Yeah, I'm Church Hair Boy. Yeah, so I had a Long Island iced tea. I said a thing like, that's what I was thinking, Balchin. Back to you, Balchin Boss. Lots of stuff like that. Yeah. So I had a conversation across from both of these schmucky looking
guys over there. Thank you very much. It is the most perfect hole in the toast, the most natural, perfect. toast hole. Yes, hello. My name is Nova Toast. Yeah, so I sat across in this fancy booth, and we riffed on some disclaimers in my life. The disclaimer is that it was all actually happened to me. Said a lot of things that absolutely question the role of women in most workplaces in an absurdly humorous way, if you look at it. Being the only girl in a lot of different workplaces and projects and groups and workplaces in general has led to some
interesting experiences, including one time when I was bribed to say that this guy touched me and he didn't. Don't really understand the motivation of all that still. Nova Tostada. Oh, hell yeah. Nova Tostada. I think this is an example of the internet brain rot that happens. Is you make this, perhaps, might be an example of too many decades on the internet. You and me and you and me and me and you and me and you and ball chin boss. Yeah, so that's
I
the
didn't give a shit, look at me, I was happy.
That's that general summary for you right there. I suppose live streams could just be the same thing for 12 hours, right? Is that what people do? Is that a lot of that?
And we watched a couple videos on sexism and the role of women in society and tasks in society and workplace. Very educational. And also, Ghosty Tell Us, Channel Point Redemptions. Oh. Check it out. Did I already show you this? I can't handle how cool it is.
I can't handle how cool this ghost is.
I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. Looks like a cowbell. Like this from this view. Yeah. We'll do a little zoom out. Yeah. Oh. We have everybody. Interesting. Oh. Well, what has happened? We only have the one. And he's yellow because Church Hair Boy is always nauseous and nervous. And
here is Church Hair's voice. There he is. I say thumbs up. Test dial indicator. Yes. The ghosts always appear. Thumbs up to the wheelhouse. Yes, we put the cart before the horse. Let's make this make sense. There. See, it's making sense. Somewhat.
Sense. Sense has been made. And the beautiful restaurant, the overly fancy restaurant with the padding up on the ceiling even, which is pretty freaking cool. Got ghost on my eyes. Another good point of summary. My 2 eyes are ghosts. Yeah, 2 eyes, 2 ghost eyes, okay? And that is what I have to say, and many things to discuss upon, like internalization of gender roles within society. Great topic if you want to discuss that through a ghost. David Firth, hell yeah, salad fingers. Hell yeah, salad fingers. Well, this isn't him, but...
Shit, I can't stop doing the thing. What is it? God, I heard you doing the hand thing. Shit, I can't stop doing the thing. What is it? God, I heard you doing the hand thing. Shit, I can't stop doing the thing. What is it?
Oh, I heard you doing the hand thing. That's from long ago, internet, that one. Yeah. Salad fingers. I should add a salad fingers alert, honestly. Spoon. That's the original ASMR when he squeaks the spoon. There's new salad fingers. As of a couple years ago, David Firth put out new salad fingers. Unbelievable. There's also a new, as of a couple years ago, shoes. I love, what is it? Fucking, I want shoes. How does it go? Shoes. There's a new one though, and it was about masks as of a couple of years ago. And David Firth reminds me of why is his name escaping me, but it's Johnny the Homicidal Maniac who made Zim. We don't get Cam. Come on, Cam. Computer says no. Well, this is a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac deal. There, you can see it like that. Comic. It is. From 2002 or 1 or something like that when I bought it. Yeah, his name escapes me. It's Invader Zim. Well, let's look. The well-used cover. It is. Is that part of the music? That's part of the music that was tripping me out. The talking and the music. Anyways, who is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac? Johann Vasquez. That's right, Johann Vasquez. Johnny. We will get it. The Homicidal Maniac. Lame. Oh, lame. Well, I'll show you on a different camera some other time. It's a bunch of comics that are morbid, and maybe I'll show you through the comic book at some other time. So we can we can discuss some more internalization of gender roles of society in the 2000s. Or I suppose we could get to raiding. We could watch 20 minutes left of a 1970. That one we were just watching with the roles where they sent the girls to shop class and the guys to home economics. Oh man, do you even have hands left, Kelly? Or do you even have hands left? Or did you just knock them off? When you took your gloves off, is there anything even underneath there? Man, that was quite the pummeling. I guess we can put on the film because there's between 15 and 20 minutes left. And what better time to play this, right? Because I don't have more improvisation happening within me, because honestly, this is a little bit different headspace that used to make me pretty pissed off. And just thinking about and hearing this type of stuff constantly, and recalling, all the previous ones as well. And they're always catch you off guard.
Because why would you be expecting some of these phrases? Would you like my toast? Eat my toast? Okay. I think so, Winter. Why not? Let's do it. I'll think of discussion points, or I won't, and I'll fall asleep. You thought this was a chicken? My toast? Well, no. It's toast. And thank you. Plastic and flat? This is a real piece of toast. Plastic flat chicken. Do I have a flat? I don't know what you're talking about. I wish I had a plastic flat chicken and a wet rat for my blouse. Alright, let's get this video. We're gonna learn about anti-sexism in the 70s. How to defeat gender roles within the 70s. This old lady, she said, nah, they said I can't go into math. But she was old in the 70s.
The following presentation
skills are off there.
We were with the children.
Think for a minute, and can you think of a time where you pretended with a teacher or with a parent or with a Boy Scout leader or a Girl Scout leader, where you kind of just pretended?
I'm also sleepy.
Becky?
Yeah, I was sort of doing that to my first grade teacher, and she'd like go by me and she'd go, oh, hi, Becky, you're looking pretty today, and stuff like that. And, that's nice,
Do girls find it more successful to act in the classroom than the boys? Suppose you've got a paper that's late. Do you have any special acts that when you turn this paper in? Go ahead, Leslie. What do you pull?
That we're in a different era.
Gee, I'm sorry
now.
This is late. I'll make up something. Gee, I forgot to bring it home. I'll say something like that.
Are you smiling like that?
Yeah, something like that. I'm sorry,
Do you smile when you're turning your papers late, one?
No!
Okay, so you act different than smiling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, yes.
Only 10.
No, wait, just a moment. You become angry.
10 more.
Does that work?
Totally appropriate.
Okay, you can go.
Now, wait a minute. You smile and apologize, right? And you get mad, so she sends you out of the room, and then you don't have to do the paper? Yep. Does it work?
Yeah.
All right.
To encourage this kind of free exchange of ideas and values, it's important to note that closure or agreement among the class is not a goal of this meeting.
Miss a paper or something, and I...
Virtually everything that we do in terms of curriculum development, grouping children, is looked at in such a way that we can broaden their experiences and help them to feel better about themselves, and at the same time break down stereotypes. For example, the school makes use of students as secretaries. It is just as frequent to have a boy be a school secretary as it is a girl.
It's also important to keep in mind that equal opportunity still leaves room for individual differences and does not require all students to be equal at all tasks.
What is it that we do at our school, Damon?
We try and be even.
We try to be even.
All different colors should play.
That's true. What if we need to move a table?
Girls can do it.
Damon?
Girls can do it.
Okay. Should we choose only boys to move a table?
No.
Okay. What do you think about the intelligence of the people now? Thinking very carefully. Mark.
It's like some girls are smart as boys, some boys are smarter than girls, and some girls are smarter than
Right, so what do we try to treat people as?
evenly. People.
As individual people. Right.
We've had an opportunity to be in the coeducational scene for about 2 years now, and as I have walked around and looked at the classes participating in physical education this year, I would like to think I've detected a noticeable improvement in the skill level of the young ladies that are participating. 4, 5, 10 years, and all years before that, when girls threw the ball, they threw the ball like a girl. They now simply throw the ball. The boys have traditionally been much better in their skill levels. They were coached from the time they were very young, maybe 6 years old, and I think the modeling that the boys have done has improved the skill for the girls. The key thing that all of us as educators have to recognize is that we are charged by the public with creating an environment of equal educational opportunities for all. Everyone ought to have an opportunity to progress as far as they can progress.
You need to establish a climate in a school where the climate is cooperative and not competitive, and where, sure, kids play to win, but it also, the most important thing is the pleasure and fun you get out of participating in it. Our custodian loves to work with kids, and I think he's one who is largely responsible for the mix on the playground, because he carefully selects groups so that it's going to be a cooperative activity.
It's a mixture of both, boys and girls. The kids seem to really like that. As a matter of fact, we had today 3 girls that played. We have 2 others that didn't play. I don't know where they were at. They're 2 of the better girl basketball players. I had a complete girls team 2 years ago here, and they were fantastic. You should have seen them. They could lick anybody in the school. That includes the 6th grade boys. They were great.
The change to co-education in athletics now seems pretty well accepted, with some school districts even running boys and girls team practices simultaneously, as Coach Pat Nordell and Principal Irv McConaughey explain.
At first it was a novelty, you know, and they were kind of horsing around, but I think they pretty much tend to business, and, you know, they help each other, they coach each other in the individual events.
We always thought, we men at least thought girls couldn't run, but they're beautiful. Some of them really run in grand manner. We used to think that about the only thing that a girl could do is join the drill team or cheerleading, and those sports have suffered because a lot of those popular kids are now out for some form of athletics. And track you think of as something that's sweaty and not very ladylike, but the girls don't find it so, and after you think about it, well, I guess neither do we.
We know that the girls are starting to reach their potential more. Who knows? If sports become more socially accepted overall and girls are raised as people rather than raised as girls, then in years to come, you know, girls might be every bit as good as guys.
As profound as current changes are in our society, it should be pointed out that what we're changing from isn't the way things always were. Historically, women have had an amazing variety of roles, and to put today in perspective, we asked Nancy Reeves to help us travel back a bit and have a look.
One of the things I did in this intellectual journey was to go back to the period before the first Industrial Revolution to see what women had been doing then. I went to the Agricultural Revolution, and I went to the period before the Agricultural Revolution, and there was hardly any economic task that was going on in the societies of that period that women did not participate in. The average family at the beginning of the first Industrial Revolution hired itself out as a unit. If it was a family of artisans, everybody in the family worked. The mother and the children and the apprentices all lived in the same place and did jobs for the same enterprise.
Nancy Reeves credits the development in the late 18th century of various machines with initially freeing all members of the family to become part of the workforce, with men, women, and children all competing for the same jobs. Then, as machines increasingly replaced workers and prosperity grew, it began to evolve as the goal of privileged men, and eventually the vast middle class, to relieve women from working outside the home.
The full-time homemaker and mother is a recent development and comes as a result of technological unemployment. And we think of this as only natural. And I would like to urge you to beware whenever you hear that word natural.
And Marla, you're working with Marian Anderson? We've been studying women for about almost a month now. They're writing reports, and they have their own choice of what ethnic group they want. And I think it's as important for boys to study women too, to learn to respect women, and for women to grow into this world feeling equal. They can do anything they want to do. Anything a man does, they really can do it, knowing they can do it. Mrs. Erickson?
Yes.
You're studying Harriet Tubman?
Yes. She was famous for her Underground Railroad.
Hopefully the boys will respect the girls more, and the girls will have more confidence in themselves and more of a positive attitude towards what they can do in this world when they grow up. It's not just limited to getting married and having children.
In working to eliminate these artificial stereotype divisions between male and female roles, it's important to avoid giving children the impression that there are no differences between men and women. This is especially true with preschoolers whose sexual identities are just beginning to take form.
When I was a preschool teacher, what I noticed among all the children, especially the littlest children, is what we would call the battle between the sexes. I noticed the boys would outlaw the girls from their games. They'd say, only boys can be Batman, or only boys can be in the treehouse. And the girls would do the same thing. They'd say, boys are yucky, or boys are ugly. And these little children who were barely 3 and 4 years old would divide themselves automatically along sex lines. What I did was I got rid of all the books and records that depicted girls as being passive and dumb and cute. And I encouraged the girls to hammer and to learn how to climb and fight and shout and run. And I encouraged the boys to learn how to sew and dance and cry. So I congratulated myself on creating this perfect, non-sexist classroom environment. And I sat back to watch the results. And what I saw was that the so-called battle between the sexes intensified, became worse. And I couldn't figure this out. And one day I was standing in the playground, and a little boy by the name of Johnny came up to me. And he whispered into my ear with much trepidation this question. Teacher, he said, will I always be a boy? Well, this question absolutely stunned me. Here's this little John Wayne running around the playground, And I assured him, yes, yes, you'll always be a boy. And then he went running back to his games, and I sat there stunned, trying to figure out where this question came from. And then it became clear to me that the quicker we rushed these kids into an understanding that there was no difference between boys and girls, and that girls can hammer and that boys can sew, the more their confusion increased at this young age. And that somehow we had to let them know that there was a difference, and it was pretty simple biological difference. And then when they understood that, we could go on with making them equal in terms of their roles. So what I began in my classroom was a kind of sex education for preschoolers that made very clear how they were different as sexual beings.
And Amanda, there you go. Well done. What a beautiful body. Okay.
We started with body drawings, an outline of a boy and an outline of a girl. And with the help of the children, we filled in the body parts. Now, we're not talking about reproduction, because nobody at 3 seemed to be that interested in how babies were made or where they came from. They were more interested in what's the difference between a girl and a boy. I also looked for a lot of pictures, photographs, drawings, paintings, sculptures, pictures of sculptures that depict the human nude, so that little children could get a good, hard look at people and see what the differences were and see that they didn't change. And little by little, they began to feel comfortable with the very basic body parts. And just like a girl has an eye and a nose and an elbow, so then a word like vagina became part of the vocabulary in describing a girl. And for a boy, penis and testicles became just 2 more words. And the fear and the anxiety that the children had first brought to this discussion began to disappear as soon as we could talk about it and do drawings of it and look at pictures of people. It wasn't so mysterious. By the end of the school year, I saw my classroom integrated sexually. They were no longer having this need to separate themselves out. There seemed to be a good deal of comfort about who they were as sexual beings, and then they could get on with the business of hammering and dancing and sewing.
We all have certain needs, no matter who we are, and differences in likenesses. But the basic thing is that we're all human beings. So that attitude has prevailed here in regards to not having boys and girls lines, not allowing just the boys to do certain activities. If I need a helper to carry something, I try to at least consciously make sure that I'm not picking all big girls or all big boys, that it's just more or less of a random thing. If you're able to do the task, then I will allow you to do it.
Learning is not a matter of offering something explicit. So it's the self-esteem of the teacher, her sense of herself, if she's a woman, as a whole person, that is communicated to the children that would be more likely to fracture the stereotype than any lesson plan she might offer.
Teacher Amy Lewis invited a female paramedic to speak with her class, then led a discussion about women's job roles.
I was wondering whether she could disassociate herself on the days that she didn't work.
This women's studies course is breaking down a lot of barriers for these young people. Specifically, I think they got a personal feeling in terms of what this woman does and what she has learned working with the public, working in a male-dominated field. They are being exposed to a lot of ideas that people hold that they really weren't aware of.
When she saw the 2 men trying to help the person, you know, who had ingested bleach, and she tried to help, they didn't want her help. And, you know, it might have been because she was a woman, or it might have just been because they were...
The students have interviewed people in terms of stereotypes for young children, and they've really become quite amazed. It's a question of, okay, what do we do now? How do we go about applying for a job when we know that they're only hiring men, but we don't have any proof against it? How can they avoid further discrimination? What are their roles as young women going to be now if they're going to school in certain fields?
And how does she have time for her children? How can she?
Well, she at least has 4 consecutive days of not working.
Yeah, but she doesn't even have like a husband or anything that could spend some time with him. She's all alone.
A lot of fathers that go out and work come home so exhausted they don't pay any attention to the kids. They might as well be working 24 hours a day.
These students are confronting a difficult problem that will more than likely affect their own lives. Today, American women comprise more than 40% of the workforce and contribute to the support of 84% of two-parent families.
Economic roles, job roles change. What was true 5 years ago is no longer true today.
What is something that one sex does better than the other?
Well, we had to do a doctor thing. We got to vote sort of like who would be a better doctor, a woman doctor, a man doctor. And some people voted for like women because they have soft, delicate hands and, you know, all that stuff. And for men, you know, the girls would write, well, they have hard, crumbly hands, something like that.
Okay.
And, you know, just girls are sometimes better than things like being a teacher, you know. They know a lot about children more than men because sometimes they can hold your tempers back.
I think women are more better at delicate jobs, like first aid, like Brent said, and doctoring, and taking care of kids. Men are better at construction and building buildings and stuff.
Not really, Mr. Matz was a
Go ahead, Winona.
Because Mr. Matz was a teacher, and do you do work like building stuff or anything like that?
Well, my mom, she doesn't, you know, stay home and clean up the house stuff. She works at a store and carries heavy boxes and stuff like that. And she doesn't do delicate jobs or anything.
Troy?
If you give women a fair chance, they can do this. They can do the same thing a man can. The only thing is that men are built different than women. Like in muscles, like some can lift heavy boxes and construct buildings, but there are women in the world that can go out and do exactly the same thing a man can.
It's interesting to think about whether this kind of open, frank discussion could even have been held just 10 years ago. Clearly, we're in the midst of a complex social change, momentarily confusing perhaps, but ultimately worth the effort. Developing your own approaches for dealing with this in the classroom is a long-term, challenging process. A process that starts with understanding that times are changing and things aren't the way they used to be, and probably never were.
The fact is, the world has changed. It's not changing, it has changed. And I think it is important that people who lived or learned in another period must readdress themselves to the matrix of the society as it exists today, the kind of society that is pressing on the heels of the young.
Look at all those girls hammering. You see them hammering? Yeah, they're hammering. Although, to be fair, I did not hammer on the regular. No one taught me to hammer until I was well into my 30s and I needed to hammer professionally. I would say, how ridiculous is that, right? But when would I hammer? I hammered on occasion. Oh, but there is a technique to hammering. Malleting, screwdrivering, drilling. More so than a casual hanging picture usage.
Yeah, I relate Winter from playground times. I was told I wasn't a girl, so there's that to go along with all of this too. Because it didn't compute in the little boys' minds. I didn't fulfill the role that I should. I was playing with them. I wasn't chasing them. Although I did do that as well. Chased them. Okay, so lots we can pick apart from that very important video. Would you like to mention anything, class? Class? Would you like to tell me a story?
Excuse me. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, lay it on us, man.
Okay, it goes like this.
Lay it on us, man. Man. Man, man. Man, man. Yeah. Lay it on us. Otherwise, the dicking around from Mr. Balchin Boss comes to an end because, well, there is a strong border and always an end to Balchins. The double. Try to get Church Hair Boy in there. TOS. So, I want to tell you, thank you. And let's raid Haptic. We owe Haptic because he made this. So thank you for listening to that nonsense. And oh, this effect is coming back for sure. And let me ghosty you and just encourage, this is all normal. TTS ghost named Eerie. Eerie ghost is normal.
Hello, I am Mary the Ghost, and I love your faces.
You don't want to text your story? That's okay. Frankly, Mr. Balchin Boss will be back, and feel free to share your story at any time. Thank you, Eerie the Ghost. Thank you, ghostlings and ghosties. Let's go raid Haptic. You made this great emote, so if you got them, spam them. Yeah, I'll take you on out to back to the no-tell. You want to see me one last time? Look at my ghosties. These ghosties just have one eye each. It's a ghost. 2 ghosts. And they say, bye-bye. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you all the time, because without you, there is no Notel. It's just me and ghosts. And not you. And that's why it's so fucking cool. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's head on back outside.
Back on out to the Notel. Back on out to the Notel. Oh, relaxing cloudy day. Let's raid Haptic. I can do this. You can do this. We can do this. There he is. Starting that raid. All right. I did it. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Oh, I can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Here we go. Haptic. Spam him with the hellos and goodbyes. Here we go. Here we go. Bye bye.